Hello guys and welcome here to the Jello Cup Series. This is race number 10 here today from the Richmond International Raceway, or Richmond Raceway now. Today I believe is the Toyota Owners 400. I always get them backward every year, so we'll just go with that. It's a 400 regardless. But it will be Nate Rattray starting from the pole today, and he won the last midweek race we had, which was last week at Atlanta. So he's already got a chip on his shoulder for that, and he will look to get his second win in that. And of course, his teammate won the most recent race, Dick Clark. So Hendrick is kind of on a 2-race winning streak entering here at Richmond, and they're off to a great start with the pole by Nate Rattray. To his outside will be Nicky Martinez in that number 95. Anyway, before we get going and before we go any further, let's take a look at your knockout qualifying results. So Austin Shaw, Tyler Rattray, Chris Smith, Francis Hawes, Rusty Potts, Trevor Collins, and Giorgio Stumu all managed to advance into the race here today, as you could see. And as we get going here in just a moment, we've had 9 different winners thus far through the season. And of course, this is our 3rd midweek event of the season. And I guess the big thing I want to cover is why I do it. So I'm sure many of you wondering, why are we doing midweeks? So again, for those who may not know, for those who do know, I'm just going to repeat it again of why I do it. So basically, we have a 36 race schedule, and I don't want to take up 36 out of 52 weekends in a year doing the series, basically. So with that said, I want to ensure that we also don't run, because also I don't plan to run any races during holidays. So like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's all coming up. I don't want to run races through those. So to take a few weekends off of the year, we have decided to just do midweek, so that way we could just get the season done as quick as possible. So that is why we are doing midweeks. This is the last one for October. I believe we will have a few in November. We'll see what happens. But I'm sure guys like Nate Rattray sure loving it so far, because they've already won one of them. Diego Yepes has also won one, so we know those guys are loving it thus far. And anyway, let's not delay much longer. Let's roll the intro, and we'll be back with your starting lineup here at Richmond in just a moment. You are watching the Gaming Collaboration Network, home of the Jello Cup Series.
Oh man, through turns 3 and 4, we're going to have ourselves another photo finish, and I believe this time the 43 Tim Randolph will win at Daytona.
The Lift National Series. Here we go. They make their way through turn 3 and 4. The pace car will peel off. And for the first time ever, the Lift National Series is green here at Daytona. The Hitachi Truck Series. And here we go. The pace truck is gonna peel off, and for the first time ever in GCN history, we have a truck series, and we are underway under the lights here at Daytona in Tuesday night heat. Start for us. Your GCN presentation starts right now. Here we go, the starting lineup. We'll roll on the left-hand side of your screen. As you see, Dustin Davis, the points leader, will start in third. We got a few race winners, of course, up front. A few of our race winners this season up front, I should say. This pace car will peel off. There'll be Nate Rattray, Nicky Martinez. The green flag waves were underway at Richmond. An issue for Diego Yepes to start up the race, as Nate Rattray will lead the opening lap here. Hopefully the 00 can get moving here, not need to take, or not get a did not start. And it's been a rough go of things for Diego Yepes since winning at Las Vegas. So, of course, he is going to have to really hope to turn things around real soon. We got a battle for the lead here. And it's between Dustin Davis in that 24. And there you see the 00 coming off the pit lane. And now we're going to set a record probably for the earliest ever lap traffic moment. Maybe not. Caution is out. Oh, pile up in turn 4. Nate Faden involved, and it looks like a few of the front runners are involved in this one. Oh boy, not the way you want to start out a race here at Richmond. And on the short week, a lot of teams going to be having a lot of work to do. See, only a few are going to pit, so let's go see what happened. I don't know what's the worst part of all this. The fact that they're teammates, or the fact that they're family. Oh boy. That's about all I could say there. Eric and Nathan Faden get into each other, much like a wreck you'd see at Martinsville. And the 3 slams that outside wall up and over, effectively ending Nathan Faden's day. And did the 8 get another piece of this? I see the 43 gets slammed and the 77 gets into it. But did the 8 have anything to do with that further back wreck? No, it looks like they were trying to avoid it. And Alexander Rowe gets hooked by the rookie, David Paschal, and it just causes a log jam. See, not much room for a lot of these guys to get around. It's just a tough break all around. Man, again, don't know where to start with this. I mean, the fact that these two just wrecked each other, this is going to be a lovely meeting coming up in the RCR camp. Let's take you back to the green. Getting ready for the restart here. You see 2 cars out of the race, and it's Scott Upton and Nathan Faden. That is a tough break for both. As we get ready to get back going here. Nate Rattray is the leader, Dustin Davis in second, Tim Randolph third, Trevor Collins fourth, Tyler Faden in fifth, Chris Smith sixth, Charles Sanford seventh, Ricky Johnson eighth, Mohammed Zain Abdullah ninth, Dylan Young in 10th. We're back underway. And boy, did that 24 get a launch. He is gone. And his teammate in second. Keep in mind, Dustin Davis is the points leader by 24 points entering this race. And he wants to get a win. He closes up a big portion of that lead. And he'll now look for the race lead entering turn 1. And he'll get the door shut on him. His teammate Nate Rattray saying not quite ready to give up that race lead just yet. In the top 3 single file. Back further, there is a battle for 5th between the 1 and the 16. Looks like the 16 has it for now. Tyler Faden and Chris Smith there. And now Chris Smith, he'll slide up and maybe take it. Gonna have to drive it into turns 3 and 4 to make it happen. And right behind him, Charles Sanford. You see the 38, Dylan Ibrahimian. He pitted an issue for the 38, or just a short pit. We're not sure. As Nate Rattray will continue to lead here. But here comes the 5. He'll try to make a move in turns 3 and 4. He puts the bumper to his teammate. Moves them up a little bit. They're side by side. Nate Rattray leads that lap. But will he continue to lead? And he will. He'll clear. Dustin Davis, though, just put the bumper to his teammate, tried to take that lead away, and unsuccessfully did it. And if you're Nate Rattray now, you know if these roles are reversed, he's thinking that now. Well, my teammate just hit me, trying to take the race lead, so I guess it's only fair if I do it when the roles are reversed. Man, and an aggressive move for the driver of that 5 to be making, especially this early in the race, but he knows he's got the points lead. He wants to expand on it, and he's not willing to sit back much longer. And here we go, he's gathering himself back up again. Will he put the bumper to his teammate once again? Move him out of the way. Let's see if he's able to get a run through turns 3 and 4. Again, the turbulent air, not good for these guys. You see, it makes Dustin Davis have to work a little bit harder. And of course, again, for Nate Rattray, a win here today would, I believe, most likely solidify him into the playoffs for this season. And you know that 24 has got to be thinking that. But for Dustin Davis, again, he's thinking, I could expand this points lead and really shut the door on some of these guys. And he's also probably thinking a win, even if I don't hold on to the points lead, a win would be very, very helpful. You see there, he's going to drive it deep into turn 1. And we'll see if it pays off. He did that last time when he was battling for the lead. Will he pull to the inside? No, he actually ran it a little bit higher. Maybe just trying to get a little air to the nose there. He's driving it deep, though, doing everything he can to try to get the 24 out of shape or to help himself out. Keep in mind, we go to Dover this weekend. Then we go to Talladega and Charlotte to wrap up the month of October. So the Monster Mile being next. Some of these guys know how treacherous that track can be. And I think Dustin Davis knows that, hence why he was battling so hard. And of course, Talladega, the unpredictable can happen. So even more reason for some urgency here. And of course, if I had to make my pick for Talladega, it's that guy in 6th right now. Charles Sanford. He's just been... I mean, he's accounted for 2 restrictor plate wins in his career. I would not rule him out. You see there, Nate Rattray gets away. It's been kind of a game of cat and mouse up front. Or kind of a roller coaster battle here, because one lap Dustin Davis is right on the bumper, and then for the next few he's about 5/10ths back. And then he'll get back within a tenth and start battling side by side, then he'll fall back again. I don't know if he's just trying to save up his stuff occasionally. Maybe he's playing mind games with the 24. But who knows, and in fact, here he is once again. Let's take a look at this, because we might have a battle for the lead coming up soon. So here's the rear view camera for the 24. We'll see again. Does the 5 put a move on him? And right there, Nate Rattray gets a great drive off that corner. Let's go back one, take a look at Dustin Davis. And they'll pit. That should hand the lead to Dylan Young in the number 2. Of course, Dylan Young already a winner this season at Michigan. He would love to get his 4th career win and his 2nd of the season. He'll now pit, and that'll hand the lead to Nicky Martinez. And right back there with Nicky Martinez is that number 14 of Carter Joey. A new paint scheme this weekend. The Ford Performance Racing School on board. Of course, he was brought into that early wreck. And right there, the 88 and the 14 just went door to door. Again, a lot of these guys, I believe, caught up in the early incident. Dropped them back a little bit. They might have pitted during that incident, so they can go a few laps further than the rest of the leaders. But here comes Dick Clark, the most recent winner in the series. Boy, he drives it in deep, trying to force that 95 into a mistake. And these guys don't want to stay out too long, 'cause keep in mind the worn tires. Oh, I think the 88 put the bumper to the 95. And will get the race lead. Or no, wait. Man, I'm dumb. Dick Clark was battling to get back on the lead lap. And he put the bumper to the 95. And again, you don't want many of these guys unlapping themselves here. Because the more these guys unlap themselves, the farther back that 95 is going to fall, and he knows that he's coming in. As is the 14, so the lead now goes to rookie Brandon Harris. And Brandon Harris, he's not going to want to stay out too much longer, I imagine. And now he will dive on to the pit lane. As will the 48, Austin Shaw, who stayed out a little bit longer. So the question will be now, where does the 24 cycle out? There's Mitchell Collins. Looks like Charles Sanford cycled out to 2nd. We'll see if that lasts. It looks like Zach Fitzwater also stayed out an extra lap, as did a few others. But Nate Rattray will cycle back out to the race lead. And Dustin Davis, another pit road miscue for that 5 team. I believe they had an incident a few races ago where they were running up front and the pit crew messed it up for them. And correction, the 11 stayed out a few extra laps and was the race leader, but now it is given back to the 24. So now Nate Rattray is once again the race leader. And Charles Sanford trying to chase him down. In third, Dustin Davis again. We mentioned the pit road miscues for this team that have costed them a few positions. And he was right on the bumper of the 24. He not only lost second place, he lost over a second to that 24. And that is just a tough break for them. As Nate Rattray continues to lead, he's built up a 1.3 second lead. Keep an eye on this. The 11's coming off the pit lane, and it won't impact the leaders. But in second right now is Charles Sanford. Again, the former Coke 0400 winner. He also won at Talladega before. Last season he won it in overtime, driving for the Gaunt brothers. He wants to be known, I'm sure, as a guy who can, or I'm sure he would love to get his first win on a track that is not Daytona or Talladega, and really shut up the critics here. But he's going to have to make up 1.3 seconds to make that happen. And he's also 31st in the points entering this race with a brand new Team S3 Motorsports. Trying to put on a good show for his sponsors at Reese's. And he loses more ground there. Up ahead though, he might catch a break. See the 38 coming to the pit lane, but up ahead it is Mitchell Collins. So maybe he'll get lucky here. No, Mitchell Collins starting to pick up the pace now. And maybe, on the other hand, Charles Sanford might not catch a break here. Because here comes Dustin Davis in that 5. And this is not what Charles Sanford needs to see in his rearview mirror right now. You know that Dustin Davis is going to do all he can to put the pressure on that 03. Even if he can't catch the 24, he wants to be sure that if I can't catch him, then the 03 shouldn't be able to. So maybe some team orders here as they're side by side for second. And Charles Sanford will hang on, but they fall over 2 seconds behind. Sanford makes up a little bit of ground. And we mentioned how 5 points and a win will not get you into the playoffs. necessarily. Nate Rattray just led the most laps. He's added another playoff point to the total, which is good for that 24 team because it will most likely help them out. You see back here Dick Clark. Mitchell Collins just went side by side. And right here, if you're Nate Rattray, you're closing in, it's 11 to go. You gotta wonder, will he catch these guys? And if he does, how nice will the 88 play? He's gotta be sitting there saying, come on, teammate, help me out. As here we go, they're side by side for second, so maybe he won't need the help of his teammate. Charles Sanford gets it back for the time being, but Dustin Davis still battling with him. Up front, though, we now have ourselves a lap traffic moment presented by Fitzwater's Angriness, as the 88 is holding up his teammate. And he is not giving him that bottom lane. And just look at how much it slowed down that lap time. And he's really slowing down that 24. And finally the 88 will come into the pit lane. How much did it help? Not much. Thought it would help out a little bit more, but the 88 decided to pit and not create too much of an issue, so that's good news. The race is all Nate Rattray right now, as he's trying to look for his second win of the season. We got 6 laps of racing to go. And he's expanded that lead to about 3 seconds right now. And if I'm not mistaken, this would be career win number 5 if Nate Rattray can hang on. The only real battle behind him right now is for that second position. And Dustin Davis. He just wants to do all he can to get that extra point away from Charles Sanford. And really expand on that points lead. Especially knowing that Nate Rattray's about to get his second win in 3 races. You see there he backs off. He's just had a lot of issues today trying to pass guys in front of him. It's really a tough break for that 5. They just seem to stall out every single time they catch somebody. We are coming this time to 2 laps of racing to go. He's been untouched so far. Oh, I think the 03 just pitted. Some good news there for Dustin Davis as the white flag will wave. 1 lap of race and go presented by Mitchell's Memes. And the big question behind them, did they have to pit? Doesn't look like they did. And Nate Rattray, he won the last midweek showdown in Atlanta. He's now going to get his second win of the season and his second midweek win of the year at Richmond. Do you think he's sitting there right now and saying, "Can we race every Wednesday night? Because I'm loving this right now." But Nate Rattray, another win on a Wednesday. His second win in 3 races, his 5th career win. Congratulations to Nate Rattray. And this should more than likely solidify him into the playoff picture if he can stay in that top 30 threshold. We want to thank you for watching. We're going to show you results and standings, and we'll be back here on Sunday for race number 11 at Dover. Till then, goodbye everyone.